We are about 40 miles or so south of Candlestick Point at a place that first opened back in 2014 as you get a look at Levi's Stadium here in Santa Clara, California. Today we continue on in Wild Card Weekend with a great NFC matchup between the Dallas Cowboys and the San Francisco 49ers. Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC Wild Card game. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
First down 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Let's go now. 60 out low. It's 59. Like the 59. You gonna see me in your nightmare, son. You gonna see me in your nightmare. Show it. Let's go. Come on. Presto. Presto. Presto.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. On second down, Elliott. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Now back to throw. Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The D-tackle, Sheldon Richardson, came barreling in for the sack. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at the 40.
Check. Crunch. Crunch. 12. You gonna take that?
The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Watch the backer. Watch the backer.
Here's Mostert. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
21. Here we go.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Bang. Watch twist. 6. 12.
Garoppolo looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Got his target, Samuel. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Here we go. Like 20. Hey, alert.
First and 10 at the
21.
This is Mostert. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
You don't want to see me. 11. 21. Kill. Hey, Echo. Eleven.
Mostert. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Gerald McCoy is so slippery and elusive in the interior of the defense. I don't care who has the assignment to block him. It usually ends up having to take at least 2. And most of the time, that's not enough either. Witness that tackle for a loss.
Hey, watch that. Hey, alert. Alert! Alert! Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Hey, orbit. Let's get off the field.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. And he will find his man on the outside. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
Here we go.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Now Mostert. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They'll run it with Coleman. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. Able to convert on 4th to bring up 1st and goal. That's a big 3 yards right there. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. We're scoreless after 1.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
Switch. Check safety. 65. Back. Watch the shift. Hey, watch the shift.
They'll try to run this one in. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. A 3-yard touchdown run as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Well, we knew they had the crowd on their side. Their defense has already made a stop, and now here's an opening drive touchdown.
Yeah, how about the defense making the stop, offense feeling their momentum that they've generated, and turning it into points on their side. So now you've got a team working together, and they got the crowd involved fully on their side in this ball game.
And in this playoff atmosphere, that 12th man means even more. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Solomon Thomas. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. A good pickup there. 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
Let's go, defense. Let's get on the field, defense.
They'll set up a throw. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Hey, watch it. Hey, I love 3.
Now Elliott. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go.
Third down.
What we got? What we got? What we got?
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on first down, but the defense does not budge on second and third. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He's going to fight. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Cowboys. Blake Jarwin, 55 yards, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Zerline good with a PAT, and they take the lead here at 7-6. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
On play action, now Garoppolo. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A big play there for the Niners. 49 yards. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And down inside the 15 he goes. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
49ers first down. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Slam. One, Omaha. He's coming. We got double up. Watch that. 6 guys. Check three. Switch.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11. At the 15-yard line.
No. White.
Call it no gain on the dump off, and it's 3rd down.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
13. Give me that ball. Defense. He's coming. 21. He's coming.
On 3rd down, here's Coleman. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the first down. It's a gain of a yard, and it takes us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. 2nd and 11. Throw left side complete. It's Lamb. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they've got to be thinking bigger right now.
And that was probably their thought offensively. If we hit this, great. Let's go for the end zone. If not, settle for a field goal. Looks like they can try to hit pay dirt. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try the right side with Elliott. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Elliott running right. Oh, what a move. Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football. And the ball ends up out of bounds, so it'll be a loss on the play.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Lamb. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now back to the ground with Elliott. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy first down. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He hurdles him.
Should get a gold medal for that one.
And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here in the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position. After a turnover, I feel like I might have them a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
So we come upon halftime here in this NFC Wild Card matchup. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC Wild Card bout. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Check, 12.
Going to give this time to the tailback. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
On play action, it's Garoppolo. Looking deep downfield. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Mike 50, hey, wahoo!
Watch the boot. Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4.
I'm coming after you. Switch. 21. Flag!
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Taking a shot for Samuel. Got a man, it's caught at the the 6-yard line. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel, 57 yards. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that makes this a 9-point game. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Here's Elliott. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Again, it's Elliott. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll get 3 up to midfield.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. First down, and it's Pollard again. And some space here. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards. You know, I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
A gain of 6 there on first.
It's just me and you. Check 31, check 31. Hey, switch gears. Shift, watch the shift.
On 2nd down now. It's Elliott. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Trying to run for it with Pollard. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there, because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offensive coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time player.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence.
Set.
Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Well, that last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long.
White. Rush in. Check 50.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. DeMarcus Lawrence able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Oh, and he'll just get rid of this one deep. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Well, let's see, he was 8 of 13 prior to that pass, now 8 of 14, Charles.
Yeah, that's not horrible, but he's been under a ton of pressure throughout this game, not able to stay on his spot. You know, quarterbacks talk about that all the time, being able to get to one place, set up and throw. When they make you move a little bit, oftentimes your accuracy suffers.
Ball on the 30 as they come up, 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Throw left side complete. It's Lamb. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Pollard going to try the right side. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run and the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They'll drop the throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Quan Alexander gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. They're going to look to throw. And that's Elliott, complete. It'll be a gain of 8 yards. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Check 59, Mike is
looking to throw. That one complete to Elliott. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
1st and 10 at the 11.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage...
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, 49ers. Raheem Mostert, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. Oh, good move. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they load him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that... And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Derwin James with a pick, and his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 36-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. 21.
Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
Hey, dude. 54. Let's go, defense. 21. Here we go.
Now a play fake. Garoppolo taking a shot for Samuel. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Derwin James with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more? He's got the lane, and there he goes. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Raheem Mostert saving his best for the playoffs with his third touchdown of the game. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 14. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Going to give this time to the tailback. And not much doing. He'll get this only up to about the 36. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. That one covers 29 yards, first down.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be giving a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space.
Here we go, here we go. 180! Check, watch 54, watch 54. You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
They go down to a knee, and that will do it. They are moving on here in the playoffs. And that knee will do it. Can't stop the clock defensively, so they protected their home field, got the victory in the wild card round.
And rewarded their home crowd. They came out in force for this one, really supported them throughout the year, and boy, they were something special in this one. And maybe it's their last home game, and if so, they sent them out with a great visual, didn't they?
Their season ends here, a tough way to go out.
And the goal was to not just get to the wild card game, which they did, but to win it. And so now, how negative do you look at that? They got there, had an opportunity, and for some teams, they have to lose games like this before they learn how to win them in later seasons.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The 49ers get the win here at home as we say so long from Santa Clara.
This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lap. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons in the ice cream whip, triple school. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna blame me, no conversation. Ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking.